if you look at Sonos, first of all, I had a great macro chart, unbelievable, where right on this day is when I really put it on the radar. Okay, right here, he came out with news. I was thinking about it so many different times. That's when we bought it, and it was a real good day trade. And then I'm like, okay, I looked at the long term. I'm like, oh, look at this long term. 16 is a huge area. Besides the post IPO high of 2350. So anyway, take a closer look. I know, after this move, I was like, okay, can it continue to ride the 8-day up, which it did. Lots of times it tried to break above this area, and it couldn't because a little too far, too fast. And finally, they shook the tree down a little bit. But again, when I have a thesis on something, I give it more room. So in the VTF, it's pretty much been there since this day, which was June 20th. And then I was probably saying I was tier 1 coming in with a call spread, because up here I'm like, you know what? I want to have a call spread on, for earnings, just in case it doesn't act well, just in case my thesis doesn't get backed up by the market and it stops me out of the stock. I want to have, options on for earnings because I think the earnings are going to be good. So anyway, earnings are until August. So I put on a 15, because it's, I had to get above 16, a 15 by 20 call spread. I don't remember exactly how much it cost me, but I was able to make, if I'm right, it'll make 2.5 times or maybe 3.5 times what my call spread was. But anyway, I still have it. I didn't touch the call spread. But back to here, this actually gave you a really nice trade. Okay, it was up this morning while the market was down. Okay, so that right there was a clue that there could be some interest there. And then right around here, everyone's like, oh, red dog, it's about to get through 1560. I actually, trimmed a little bit into that because, it actually has been getting rejected there, and it just came from the 21 day. But then, guys in the VTF were like, red dog, there's a lot of call sweepers, I'm like, Then it started to go, so I bought more through 1560, I bought more through 16. Now I'm in my tier 2 and change, and I tweet to Redler All Access. I'm like, guys, Sonus is at 16. Be careful buying strength, but I'm at tier 2, trying to let them know my conviction level, which is a lot more shares than tier 1. Then it got as high as 1673, and right around, it was like 1 or 2 o'clock. I'm like, guys, I'm down to tier 1.5, so I have to book some because, it was 1660, which was a nice size move. So anyway, nice clean breakout above resistance. It's probably one of my biggest concentration positions still with the options. And now, what it should do, it should really not get back below 16. Worst case scenario, 1560. And what would be much better is if tomorrow it came out with some kind of news and it was up at $1.50, and then I would sell some and go from tier 1.5 to tier 1. If it opened down, maybe I go back from tier 1.5 to tier 2 to buy in the whole for it to go green and rebuild and trade around the managed position. Some things you just day trade, some things I like to, my sweet spot is targeting like a 1 to 3 day trade where if something looks fantastic and then it goes, you buy day 1, you add day 2, you sell day 3, and you say, thank you, goodbye. Kind of like what we did with Tesla here. Tesla was right here. Buy day 1, add day 2, add day 3. That's a perfect day, 3-day trade. From a real big breakout. Here also, look at this, nice tight flag before this and that. So anyway, that said, go back to Sonos one more time. Sonos. We'll see how it goes. Some think the measured move of this, okay, should be, like if this was a cup and this is your handle, depth of the cup is 7, 16, you put that on top, that's 23, that takes it back up to, this takes you back up to this area, which I'm not saying is going to happen, but this is pretty much the size of the channel. For me, I'd like to see a move to the, I think there's a pretty easy move up to the 19 area, and then we'll revisit from there. We'll see. At this point now, Netflix held 450. It's working its way up. This is the after hours. It did hold 450, which was a good support, and hopefully it doesn't fall apart, so we can continue to look for specific trades that actually have better reports, not underwhelming reports, and we continue to manage all the trades and manage our action. So with that said, it's still a lot to do every day. Like I'm still in this Home Depot also. Have a call spread on. I was able to buy a little bit of a dip. the other day. I'm still in it. Hopefully this, hopefully this Home Depot holds this spot. And if the market's any good, which it should, hopefully will prove it is, it'll get back above this spot. Nice trade for a lot of guys on the BTF. Twitter, I was in overnight. I was a little scared, but as 33 was the area, I ended up buying some pre-market. Like I told you guys, I sold some. I still have one, and I did add a bit this morning, and that was when it was down $1.50. 33 is the key support, and everyone got there. And now this still looks good considering all the news that was around it. So that tells me maybe there's more upside there. And with that said, keep your process strong, keep your routine disciplined, and you can make a lot of money in this business. I'll be back, and I'll see you in the morning.